Before we go, I would be remiss, to not in a secondhand talent interview to not ask you about your YouTube studio music experience
Yeah.
and what kind of led to that path and what that's been like.
Oh my. Definitely a really interesting topic to talk about. It goes back to this. I have like a musical adage that I tell whenever I'm talking to a young player or something, and there's like it sounds obvious and silly, but the adage goes like this: you never know who it's going to be.
Mm.
Never know who it's going to be.
It's
And,
the same in stand up. You never know who's in the audience. That's the yes, yes.
that's right. And so in this case, it was uh, a guy in the Bay Area scene who played in this band with a guy who he was a guitar player. But the drummer in this band had done graphic design for us. He was like friends with a SF friend. And so I had this band called Surrounded by Ninjas, and we hired this guy to do graphic design for a couple of tour posters, maybe 2003, 2004. He did a great job. It was awesome. Later on, he went to play drums in this band, and we ended up at the same festival a couple of times, and I met the other members of his band. And one of them was just this guy who was, we had this nice rapport when we'd see each other, and that was it. Fast forward 7 or 8 years, and I haven't like heard from them in a while. We're just running in different scenes and whatever. But then I get a call, or maybe it was a email, I can't remember, but I get a message from him out of the blue, just being like, "Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but." And it's like, these are the best things when they're like that.
Oh
And so it
yeah.
was like, I
Oh,
don't know if
for
you remember.
sure.
Yeah. Now I work at Google, and I'm on the YouTube. I work at YouTube, and we're doing this audio library project where we're commissioning composers to create content for our library so that we don't have people making YouTube videos can use music without us having all of these copyright infringement problems. We'll just create our own library, and anyone can use music from it. And we'll just it'd be cheaper for us to spend a few $1 million doing that than to continue dealing with all of the
Wow.
And so he just remembered that I made music. He probably had seen some of my Halo Refuser stuff, and he just was like, I think you'd be a good fit for making content for our library. And they just started sending me big checks to make random. They don't even, it would just be like, we need 20 pieces in like down tempo electronic or ambient new age neoclassical. And it'd be like, okay. And I would just make a bunch of stuff. That essentially, I'd get upfront commission fees for that. And that was how I've built my studio and funded a lot of my life.